rocking with Big Uno this weekend.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45. There goes Davis. Oh, my God. Davis is going running all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football.
He tore up South Carolina last year.
He did.
We got our butt kicked by South Carolina last year.
Yeah, I tried to forget that one.
Yeah. Well, TJ, he's got a lot of bad tendencies. And that's the main reason he hasn't been starting this year. He had pick problems. He had missed reads. He's holding on to the ball too long. Footwork was bad last year.
Yeah, all of that I understand, but I think one of the main reasons he's not starting this year is because he is a statue.
Yeah.
We have a weak offensive line, and when I say weak, I mean they don't pass protect very well.
Sorry about my hair. I planned on having my hat today. Found it. The offensive line has been porous at best for the majority of the season. They played a pretty solid game first half of Mississippi State, but the second half was awful. So this week, don't do that.
I had an itch. I look for there to be a lot more handoffs, which opens up play action, which opens up your slot receivers and your tight ends.
Yeah.
Our primary two receivers, it's hard to say because they've had flashes where they could get open, and then other times they've been covered like a blanket.
Yeah. The best receiver that you're talking about right now, who has had flashes but is the most inconsistent wide receiver on the team, is Demetrius Robertson. There are games where he's just running booty naked, wide open the whole game.
Yeah.
And then there's games where I don't even remember hearing his name in the first half against Mississippi State. When we were rolling, like it was Javarius Johnson and Kobe Hudson, another inconsistent receiver. Javarius Johnson.
Yeah.
Now Kobe Hudson's been pretty solid all year. He struggled early, but like Kobe Hudson's going to be his best friend.
Yeah.
Because TJ does a good job when he's dropping back. He can just get the ball out, and it's just right to him. Yeah. And that's what Kobe does best.
There was a game early on in the early part of the season where he hit a deep bomb. It was Hudson or Johnson, one of the two called it.
Javarius Johnson against Arkansas?
Yeah.
That's Javarius Johnson's best asset. He drops a couple balls. Man, he's explosive.
Yeah.
And TJ Finley, we know he's got a beautiful deep ball.
Yeah.
But the things he struggles with is basically just like reading defenses. He struggles going from first to second. And he had flashes of it last year.
Right.
But his footwork, drastically better this year. When we saw him, like he was making plays against Georgia State. He was climbing the pocket, falling down, throwing first downs on fourth down.
Right. But this ain't Georgia State.
Yeah, obviously.
You know. I mean, I understand that you're because he got the most playing time in that game.
And he was weirdly facing pressure from that Georgia State dominant defensive front.
Yeah, I mean, they were.
They look like Georgia.
Yeah. Against us. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, we got an offensive line now. Yeah.
Mainly Troxel, man. Ooh, that's a 5-star right there.
Yeah. But, you know, I don't want them to handcuff him and hand the ball off 60, 70 times a game.
Yeah, obviously.
I just want them to hand the ball off enough to suck the safeties down and then let him hit them over top.
Because as we were talking earlier, this is a pretty good second. It's not what it was last year, but it's a pretty good secondary.
Yeah.
It's an above-average secondary. And this is a team that's better than a lot of people expected in Shane Beamer's first year.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very inconsistent team we're going against. They're you know...
Got the most inconsistent record, 5-5.
For lack of, you know, I don't want people to bash me in the comments, but I mean they're a lot like us, you know.
Yeah.
They beat a team like Florida by 40.
40 to
and
like 17.
Struggle to beat Vanderbilt and then get beat by Missouri.
Yeah, I mean, this is what you expect in a first year, and I believe Shane Beamer's going to be a very good coach.
I think he is too.
His dad was a great coach at Virginia Tech.
Yes, I wish people quit calling Beamer ball because he's not his dad. Mm-hmm. He might not put the emphasis on defensive production and special teams production,
Yeah.
like his dad did.
He's taken a liking to offense. That's why he was at Oklahoma. And he was a big part of their success when he was there. So this is a good team we're facing. So, and also, this has got to be a game where we get TJ comfortable for the Iron Bowl.
Right.
We've got to get him. He needs to throw some passes now.
Yeah.
Like, not just rocket screens and bubble screens and just screens in general.
Yeah, he needs to, let a few fly downfield,
And throughout the game, just give him a little bit more to chink at. Because this bow injury happened at probably the best possible time. We're going into a defense that's average. And then we got to face Alabama, who their defense has been very inconsistent, but that's still a top 20 defense in the country. Let's not kid ourselves now.
Right, there is 5-star upon 5-star at Bama. Everybody knows what Bama is.
Yeah, obviously he's going to be facing Will Anderson screaming off the edge there.
It just sucks that we bought tickets and Bo goes down, and then our scoring weapon went down.
Yes, I mean, this is. I don't even know who's going to be kicking. I mean, I know we got a walk-on and then some random guy.
Yeah, I mean.
So, we've got to get him comfortable in this game. So, I expect a lot of out-breaking routes. That's what he did great. Like, he was throwing past the Elijah Canyon, just made an NFL-type catch.
Right.
2 feet down. And we can get him in the shotgun or the pistol and let him throw some stuff. Like, just simple dropbacks. But Tank's got to be obviously heavily involved.
Right.
Same with Quez. And I think if we do what we did against Mississippi State and we just keep our foot on the gas, we'll be able to run away from them.
I don't know what happened in the Mississippi State game. I mean, it was beautiful, and then it was ugly.
40-6.
Yeah, it was ugly.
And
beautiful, then ugly.
So, and we got to get him throwing in rhythm too. That's what he does best, as most quarterbacks.
Yeah, I mean, but there will not be any called quarterback runs.
Most likely.
I mean,
QB sneaks. He's dominant in the QB sneak game.
I mean, I think my 40 time would compete with him.
Yes, it's just he's so long and lanky, but he looks like Cam Newton. But he's got all that baby fat, so he's like a fat Cam Newton. He can't move, but he's got a rocket arm. So if we just set something up and he can throw it deep, I'll be more worried about Javarius Johnson trying to go catch it. Yeah, but he's got a beautiful throwing motion. His footwork is impeccable this year, and he's taken so many steps just like Bo did. And I mean, and he hasn't gotten the shine for it, obviously, but against Georgia State, he was making throws on the run that were just phenomenal. And then he overthrew Kobe in the end zone. All right, here, the TJ Finley part of the video is largely off. We go to start talking about Demetrius Davis here. So if you guys want to stay for it, hope you enjoy it.
For me, and this is just me, I got to think that maybe Demetrius is not progressing the way they feel that he needs to. Because I strongly believe if Demetrius was making plays against the first team defense with the scout team, Demetrius would be getting the start. I mean,
TJ's, he's obviously got the experience last year. He'd at least be the backup right now. He'd at least be behind TJ. But no, it's Grant Loy and Ty Lindsey.
Yeah.
And Demetrius is sitting on the bench. So, I mean, I've heard Coach Harsin talk about how he's made progressions, and it seems he's so inconsistent. And when you got a guy like Grant Loy, who I believe was playing in the Pac-12 with Oregon State, or wherever he was.
Yeah, I don't know.
Bowling Green. He was in Bowling Green. They got the same colors. And he's gotten starts there. I think that may be it, but it's hard for me to believe Grant Loy's better than Demetrius Davis.
It is me too. That's why I think that Finley's getting the start, because he's the best option. I know I've had a lot of people at work this week asking me that I think Demetrius was going to get the start. Yeah, I feel that if Demetrius was making plays with our scout team, and oh my God, if you you seen how bad our team, our first teamers played against Mississippi State.
Yeah.
We can only imagine how bad the scout team is. If he was making plays with them against the first team off our defense, I firmly believe he would be getting the nod.
Yeah, at least the backup spot behind TJ.
Oh no, I think if he was making plays against our first team defense, he would get the nod.
Yeah. I mean, Demetrius, we knew when we got him, he was a developmental guy. Ty Lindsey.
Pinpoint accuracy.
Oh God, yes, he is beautifully accurate in high school. And obviously, watching this film, he had obviously as high school quarterbacks do, he had bad throws.
Right, of
and
course.
His footwork was average, but I mean, I've seen him at camps. Just this feeder. You know, he's got good footwork now. And I firmly believe he'll probably... One of them's got to transfer next year. One of them has to. I mean, I don't know how long TJ wants to sit behind Bo. And if TJ comes and he just dominates and takes Bo's spot, Bo's got to leave, whether it be for the NFL or to another team. And Demetrius, we were a top 20 quarterback in the nation, top 25 quarterback in the nation. Do you really want to sit behind TJ for another 3 years?
I don't know. I mean, I know I saw you made the little short video about him transferring, and then you made the one about you were wrong.
Yeah.
The ebbs and flows. I mean, these kids, and I'm not taking up for you. You should have most definitely fact checked.
Yes, I mean the idiot that hit me up, and it was a person that actually hit me up, telling me about it.
Yeah. I mean, you should have definitely fact checked it. Okay, but you know, everybody makes mistakes, so we learn from that. We move on. But you can't tell me after this season, him riding the pine behind Grant Loy
and Ty Lindsey
that the thought hadn't crossed his mind. I'm pretty sure it has. It would have crossed mine, and I love Auburn.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I grew up in this state,
yeah.
And you're either Alabama or you're Auburn.
Yeah, I mean, the kid is so ridiculously talented.
He is, and
like,
I mean, if he'd have jumped off the bandwagon and followed Gus to UCF, I think there's a big chance he could have started this year.
Yeah, I mean, they got another 5'11", 175 pound. I mean, it's a white dude, Keenan or whatever. He's starting right now.
Yeah.
He was behind Dylan Gabriel, who's one of the best quarterbacks in the nation. Starting the season, then he broke his collarbone.
Yeah.
And he was a 3-star.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, so getting in the mind of these kids, I don't even try to do it.
Yeah. But TJ, we gotta.
Well, there's a ton of stuff that he does well, and there's a ton of stuff that he needs to work on.
We gotta.
But I hope we get the win.
Yeah.
And I hope we got two backs over 100.
Yeah. I mean, we got to go in the game. We got to get him comfortable in the offense. I'm going to change the title of this video. I mean, we kind of went off, but it'll be fine. You guys love this more than when we come on here and do what we're supposed to do anyway.
Stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I don't even really try to script stuff.
I mean, this, like I've told y'all hundreds of times, this is how our conversations go in real life.
Standing in the kitchen screaming at each other hours on end with my mom just leaving it. I'm going to go to the thrift store and shop.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, but TJ, we got to get him comfortable early. It's basic. Got to get him comfortable early. And we got to get him comfortable in the offense, get him some passes.
Get him a rhythm going with them slants, them in-breaking routes, them out-breaking routes. And then
dial something up deep.
Hit them with an out and up.
Yeah. Dial something up deep, get it in our best guys' hands. That's what football's about.
Yeah, I mean, I think if we hit them with an out and up, you know, get the safety to bite and come down, maybe one of our receivers can get behind the defense.
Yeah. So if we come out and you're surprised we throw 30 passes, this is not just about this week. It's about next week. You know, we got a 7-step process to make the SEC championship game. We got to get it going right now.
Yeah, SEC championship's out. That ain't
basically,
happening.
yes. Especially the second Infinite Auburn said, Arkansas's got to beat Alabama. I turned the video off. Ain't no way in hell Arkansas's beating Alabama.
I don't see it, but anything could happen. This is the SEC, and I mean,
Anything can happen except Arkansas beating Alabama.
Joe Biden's president. Anything can happen.
Well, love each and every one of you.
War damn eagle.
War Eagle. Selena, go!
Oh,
Stop!
sorry.